As you, as many of you know from the promotion of this, today would have been my dad's 72nd birthday. I know, I wouldn't want to be anybody else's son. And when I got my first guitar, I was 13 years old, and I got a guitar and a book of chords, and they said, go for it. So when my dad heard this, he's like, oh man, son, you got to learn this song called Pamela Brown by Tom T. Hall. And he played me the Leo Kottke version, and I fell in love with it. And when I first started this band in 1999, well, I was 19 years old. And the Ivy Room was one of the first places I could get a gig, and they wouldn't check my ID. So I have a very, very, very fond connection to this lovely, lovely East Bay honky-tonk that we are now making something great. And that's because y'all are here.
Wasn't that in the days of Dot?
It was.
When Dot owned the place. Good old Dot.
And I digress. And my dad, he would come out to watch and hear me play. He could only see out of one eye because he and his brother were sword fighting with curtain rods when they were kids, and he got his pupil poked out. So when my brother and I would do that, he's like, Mitchell, Nicholas, stop. It's all fun and games. Till someone loses an eye. And we'd look at him and be like, oh man, Dad's right. So he would come and he would sit, you know, he would stand actually by the bar. He'd order a can of Budweiser and a gin martini. And because he'd look at me with his good eye and he'd watch like this. So if I hit like a really good lick, something that I was practicing, you know, I'd look over to see if my dad was looking and he'd go like this. And then, you know, after a song like that where we really tore it up and the band was cooking, I'd look at him again and he'd go like this. And it was the coolest thing. I could look across the room and we'd just instantly meet eye. We didn't have to, we'd meet eye. And no matter what band I was playing with, we always learned this song. And my brother and I sang this at his celebration of life, and I recorded it on the last album, which is dedicated to my dad. And because today, February 17th, back in 1946, my dad, Thomas Cogale Polzak, was born. And when I quit my job as a mechanic to play music full-time, he didn't even flinch. He said, son, just make sure you got enough money to buy beer. He was from Green Bay, Wisconsin, so we always drank Wisconsinly, you know. So, friends, I would like to share with you right now one of my dad's all-time favorite songs, and I get to play it right here at one of my favorite venues for a group of some of my favorite people. So right here, friends, here's good old Pamela Brown from my dad, Tom Polzak. I don't have to get married, pretty Pamela Brown. Educated, well-intentioned, good girl in our town. Wonder where I'd be today if she had loved me too. Probably be driving kids to school. And I guess I owe it all to Pamela Brown. All of my good times and all my roaming around. One of these days I might come rambling through your town, and I guess I owe it all to Pamela Brown. I don't have to tell you just how beautiful she was, everything it takes to get a guy like me in love. Lord, I hope she's happy, cause she sure deserves to be, especially for what she did for me. And I guess I owe it all to Pamela Brown. All of my good times and all my roaming around. One of these days I might come rambling through your town, and I guess I owe it all to Pamela Brown. Lights of cities and I've been through their shores, been to foreign countries and walked through their doors. I I guess the guy she married was the best part of my luck. She dug him 'cause he drove a pickup truck. And I guess I owe it all to Pamela Brown. All of my good times and all my roaming around. One of these days I might come rambling through your town. And I guess I owe it all to Pamela Brown. And I guess I owe it all to Pamela Brown. For my dad, Mr. Thomas C. Polzak. I'm so glad I got to share that with you guys. Well, we're going to do a rock and roll number, and then we got two special guests in the house tonight who are going to come up and do some singing. But in the meantime, let's do some old Betty and Dupree. Well, I got Betty and see what tomorrow brings. Well, I got Betty and see what tomorrow brings. It may bring you sunshine, may bring you diamond rings. If you lose your man, it won't bring you anything. Well, Betty told you to buy me a diamond ring. Well, Betty told you to buy me a diamond ring. Well, you can told Betty don't buy you most anything. So here's what your priest is. Well, you can went down and he robbed that jewelry store. Well, you can went down and he robbed that jewelry store. When he got home, there was a sheriff waiting at the door. Oh, that's right. Well, I down Betty and see what tomorrow brings. Well, I down Betty and see what tomorrow brings. It may bring you sunshine, it may bring you diamond rings. If you lose your man, it won't bring you anything. Well, Victor's downtown and he's in the jailhouse now. Country him, they got him. Well, Victor's downtown and he's in the jailhouse now. Well, Betty told you we're gonna get you out somehow. Let's get on! Thank you, friends. Well, right now we're going to do something that you only will see and hear at a Royal Deuces show. And I'm going to do this because we have a published author in the house. We have the incredibly famous Mr. Trentano over there, author of Paris High Noon, who is a published Bay Area author. He writes westerns, friends. And because Trent's here tonight and we love doing this song, we're going to do something for you composed by the great Ennio Morricone. And for those who are unaware of who Ennio Morricone is the great composer who scored all the films for Fistful of Dollars, Good, Bad, and the Ugly, For a Few Dollars More, Once Upon a Time in the West, for all the Charles Bronson fans out there. And he also did Quentin Tarantino's Hateful Eight. And the thing that Ennio Morricone did, he always composes for a 40-piece orchestra. As you can tell, we are a 3-piece band. But as Trentano says, you can't spell impossible without guitar. So what we're going to do, friends, right now, I'm going to up Hank Maninger's pay grade from bassist to minister of all lower register strings. And we are also going to up Les James' pay grade from drummer to orchestral percussionist. Now I'm going to try to conduct this crazy thing. Right now, what we'd like to attempt for you friends is the only known rendition of a 3-piece band doing a 40-piece orchestral arrangement. For your listening and perhaps viewing pleasure, without any further ado, on the latest album as well, here is For a Few Dollars More. Thank you, friends. We recorded that on a brand new album, which is available tonight. And now we got two guest stars in the audience tonight. And the first one we're going to